Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Macomb High School, the hangar, for the final time for boys basketball this season as the Macomb High Bombers, with Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling, bringing you Bombers Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Monmouth-Roseville, the Titans are in the house. I'm Dwayne Hulett. John Burton is alongside. Joey Yelnick up on the camera tonight, John, and it's basketball season is the longest season, but, man, it seems like this one went by fast.
Yeah, man, this thing really flew by. I can't believe it's already the final home game here in Macomb. I mean, obviously, this is the Bombers' last home game. Monmouth-Roseville actually has one more game this season. They'll play Orion here, I believe, later in the week. So, yeah, it's crazy. Basketball season's already about over, but that only means one thing. It's time to gear up for the postseason, Dwayne.
Yep, postseason. We'll have a lot of postseason basketball next week, and you'll be able to catch that as we get everything worked out. But no, we'll be at West Hancock and Southeastern next week. That's the plan anyway, as we're about a minute 15 away from technically getting started here. But I'm sure the JV contest will probably start a little early. It seems to on most accounts. And talk about a team that's been improving. The Bombers JV squad has improved throughout the season.
Yeah, they've improved a lot from the first time that I saw them this year, and they really do have a pretty good JV team. They played the other night here against Camp Point Central, able to pick up a dub there. And yeah, I mean, they got a lot of athletes, quite a bit of size on the JV team as well. They're a tough JV team to knock off. It'll be a tough test for this Monroe squad.
Now they're lined up like they're going to do starting lineups, or at least Monmouth-Roseville is, but I don't think no starting lineups. I was going to say Monroe's thought they were going to, and then Macomb's like, psych. So starters tonight for the Bombers look like it's going to be number 11, Emmett Beck, number 20, Nolan Hogue. Number 21 is Cooper Hobson. Number 4 is Isaac Linebaugh, and number 1, Macon Allison. For the Titans of Monmouth-Roseville, number 13 is Nick Houston. Number 33 is Elijah Knoll. Number 11 is Lars Berggren. Number 10 is Andrew Way. A 3 on the way by Allison, off no good. And it looks like number 4 over there is Clay Castile. Is now a steal by Hogue. He outlets it to Linebaugh. Back to Hogue. And a foul is going to be called. We'll call it on number 33, Elijah Knoll. His first. Team's first of the quarter. 7:37 to go. Inbounding will be Linebaugh. As the JV squad was here. Oh, we got here at 5 o'clock, and they'd been here for a while, John, working. Looked like inserting new plays in their last game of the year.
Yeah, you know, there's no better time to try out new plays than the last game of the year, right?
As Linebaugh shots off, no good. Andrew Way, number 10, with the rebound. There's nice ball movement and a bucket for number 33, Elijah Knoll.
That's such a nice pass there. Knoll just such a great job filling in the lane. Nice pass from the corner, able to get Knoll the bucket inside.
That was tipped.
Pretty clearly tipped, I thought.
Yeah, I thought so too, but the official says no. Okay, now the other official's like, yeah, it was tipped. But that was the ball was going this way and it went up. I mean, I don't even think softball pitchers can make that kind of a rise ball happen.
Nice one.
6:57 to go in the first quarter. Nolan Hogue with it far side. Good to see Nolan back. He was sick last week. Linebaugh. Over to Hobson, wide open, left wing. Man-to-man defense, tipped around, and Beck's going to track it down, though. Boy, they are very active, are the Titans.
Yeah, really looking to trap everywhere they can. You saw Beck had a little trouble with it there in the corner. I think he was trying to skip it all the way to the other side for Linebaugh. Well, Monroe's defender got in the way. He was able to bat it out of bounds. But, yeah, this Monroe squad definitely tough on the defensive end.
Hogue for 3. It's off, no good. Tipped by Beck and tipped back at Beck. He picks it up. 6:29 to go in the first quarter. Not a whole lot of offense thus far. Been a ton of defense, though. There's another tipped ball and another foul. This is going to be team foul number 2 on the Titans. Team foul, or personal foul number 1 on Nick Houston. The sophomore picks up his first. It's second on the team with 6:16 to go here in the first quarter. Line ball with it. Now making Allison. He's going to be fouled, and the official almost got one in the noggin. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was pretty close there, standing along the baseline.
33. Elijah Knoll gets his second personal, team's third. Making Allison shooting a couple free throws for the Bombers. 6:03 to go. First one is good. Shooter's touch on that one for Macon. 23, Caden Russell in for the Titans, and for the Bombers, number 40, Nick Elby, the freshman, 6'1". Second one's good for Allison. Made that one look a whole lot easier. He's got 2 points. 2-2 is the score. 6 minutes remaining. With the basketball is Clay Castile. I haven't said his name a whole lot tonight. There's a three on the way. Top of the key. Good for Lars Berggren.
Doesn't get much better than that. A wide open look, top of the key. Berggren was able to send it through. And there's another steal on the end for Monmouth-Roseville.
Yeah, that was Russell stepping in to take the overthrown pass. Down low is Russell on a nice pass from Berggren. As Caden Russell comes in and gets a quick two.
Monmouth now up in a little bit of pressure here. Almost had the ball trapped there in the corner. Line ball was able to get it away. Got to be careful along those baselines against this press.
Hogue with it, top of the key. He'll go to Beck. 5:08 remaining, and it's really been all Monmouth-Roseville to this point. Elby with it now, touches it for the first time with 5 minutes remaining in quarter number one. They are long and quick, are the Titans. And they're moving, the Bombers are moving without the basketball quite a bit, but the ball is not moving very much. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, and it's really this set that Macomb runs. They've ran this kind of set all year where you have like the elevator screen action right into the pick and roll, and of course the back screens with the cuts under the baskets. We're going to see a bucket down low there for number 20. That's Nolan Hogue. And it's really effective against a lot of teams with this Monmouth-Roseville team. They do such a nice job, jumping the passing lanes that, they've been able to force a lot of turnovers here in the first quarter.
That was a shot attempt by Houston. Way tried to save it in, but threw it off of Russell out of bounds. 4:16 to go. Cooper Hobson checking back in for the Bombers. I've noticed I've not seen the pep band at a Bomber game all year.
They usually come out here for the varsity games, not the JV games. I know, because when we sit up here, they sit right behind us, and it's like something you try to talk into the mic, and it's like I don't even know if people can hear me right now over the sound of the pep band, but they sound great. I mean, they were here the other night. They sounded awesome. So
they have not been to a single game I've been to.
Well, maybe it's your fault
me.
then.
Maybe it is me. And a charge foul called on Macomb on Emmett Beck away from the play. His first, team's first. 7-4 the scores, 3:50 remaining here in the first quarter. Number 5, Elliott Rogers in the game for the Titans. Pass intended for him. He saved it back in. Throwing one up and getting it to, no, it fell off. I thought it was going to bounce in. Linebaugh getting trapped down in the corner. That was Berggren who had a chance at it, couldn't get it to fall. Now to Elby. Elby puts a shot up over Andrew Way as Elby gets his first two. The Bombers have cut it to a 1-point lead, 7-6, 3:15 to go in quarter number one. Russell over to Berggren. Berggren's a pretty good ball player. You can tell that already. There's a high pass. Good thought, bad execution. Castile was trying to get the ball to Houston and threw it a little too high and hot, out of bounds. That wasn't Houston, that was Russell he was trying to get the ball to, I think, actually. 2:43 remaining. Elby. Into the game is Drake May. Drake May, a member of the TSSR All-Area football team as a freshman, led the Bombers in tackles as a linebacker spot. Line ball for three. It's off, no good. Bergeron with the rebound.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive about May, like you said. Made the first team All-Area TSSR team for football, and, you know, he's just a freshman, led Macomb in tackles, and he comes in off the bench for this Bomber squad. He provides a lot of hustle, and he is a pretty nice shooter, too. I saw him knock down a couple threes here on one of the games I called this season, so he's definitely a nice piece off the bench for the Bombers on the basketball side as well.
Foul on the floor. Elby's going to draw the foul. He might have got away with a double dribble at the front of that. Foul's going to be called on number 23, Caden Russell. Team's fourth. That means the Bombers will be in a bonus the rest of the way with 2:02 remaining. Into Elby it comes. Pump fake, backs up, and he's blocked from behind, gets it back, puts it back up and in. Elby's got 4. Elby's going to be a good one for the Bombers as he grows here a little bit. Gets probably a little taller, but definitely a little older. There's a good play by Hogue, who tried to get it to Linebaugh, and Linebaugh comes back to get it. It got tipped. 1:40 remaining. The Bombers have the lead for the first time, 8-7. They tied it at 2, then went down 7-2. They're on a 6-0 run. Hogue on the dribble, gives it to Elby. 1:24 remaining. So there's a nice pick and roll. Elby pump fakes, puts it up, he draws the foul. He might have been able to get to the basket if he just went up quick.
Yeah, and the pass was a little bit off target there for May. Elby had to kind of go down and grab it, but Elby did a nice job using his body, created a little room, threw up a couple fakes. Maybe he could have just went straight up with it, but he's going to draw the foul nonetheless. He'll take a trip to the line.
Elby's first free throw is good. Houston back in. Hobson back in. So Houston for the Titans, Hobson for the Bombers. Elby's got his second free throw coming with 1:19 to go. A 2-point lead, trying to make it 3 here. Second free throw for Elby is good. I heard that he learned how to shoot free throws from his dad.
Is that right?
Yeah, when he makes them.
When he makes them. When he doesn't, it was someone else, right?
It was somebody else, yeah. Pretty sure that's how it works. At least that's how it worked if he's my kid. A nice turnaround for Elliott Rogers. Cuts the lead back to 1, 10-9. It's the bad habits he learned from his other players, right? Other teammates. There's May for a 3. Houston looks like he would be a good running back or tight end, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely a well-built kid over there on the Monmouth-Roseville side. He's Houston.
Sophomore. They move the ball really well. Bergeron for 3, and he hits another one.
Such a sweet-looking jump shot there on Bergeron. That's his second 3 here in the first quarter.
And it's back to a 2-point lead for the Titans, 12-10. Ooh. Drake May with it. 12 seconds, 10 seconds, 8 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and he got it up and in.
Nice move there at the end of the quarter for Nick Elby. Just found his way, worked his way right to the basket, was able to protect the ball and put that layup in. We're tied at the end of 1.
So you're watching TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. We'll take a break and be back right after this.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Well, welcome back to Macomb High School as Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling brings Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. John Burton's alongside. Joey Yelnick up on the camera tonight. 8 minutes on the clock for quarter number 2. And it'll be Monmouth-Roseville basketball to start. Nick Elby tied it back up at 12. And that is the second tie of the game. We've had 4 lead changes to get to 12.
Yeah, and Monmouth-Roseville was able to kind of take control early on. Macomb battled back. Big part to Elby coming in off the bench. How many points is he up to? You got 8 points on the night already.
Yep.
Pretty nice night for Elby there in the first quarter. We'll see if he can keep things rolling here in quarter number 2.
So Monmouth-Roseville still with the basketball. 2 different mindsets, it almost looks like, as the Bombers have a lot of motion, not moving the basketball away from the ball, and the Titans move the ball a bunch. And there's a missed shot, but a putback up and in for Houston. Nick Houston gets his first bucket. It's not that the Bombers don't move the basketball, but there's a lot of motion away from the ball with the Bombers offense, and it seems like the ball moves a whole lot more when Monmouth-Roseville has it, but maybe the players aren't moving as much. Does that make any sense at all?
Yeah, I think that's a good observation. I mean, you can see here the Bombers side, they catch, they hold the ball 2-3 seconds, wait for their cutter to run through. On the Monmouth-Roseville side, the ball just moves way quicker back and forth each side of the court. So I think you're definitely right in saying that, Dwayne.
Hobson's going to go. A little hesitation up and over. Can't get it to fall. Houston with the rebound. Nope, that's not Houston. That is Andrew Way with the rebound. 6:47 to go. Into the corner. Bergeron's going to drive. Layup left short. Hobson with the rebound. Bergeron has had some decent looks close to the basket. Hasn't gotten to fall, but he's 2 of 3 from the three-point range.
Body's down all over the place here on this end of the court. Monmouth-Roseville back quickly the other way, but got a big rejection down there by Nolan Hogue.
Nick Houston and Nick Elby were down there fighting amongst each other, and Elby may or may not have laid on him a little bit.
Yeah, he just kind of fell right on top of him there.
And then laid there a second.
Yeah, laid there a second. He offered to help him up, though. Yeah. I think that's fair enough.
After he laid there for a second.
Yeah. Got to let him know, Dwayne.
Yeah. And now he blocks him, and jump ball call, and it'll be Bomber basketball.
Jump ball play at Bomber basketball.
That's one of those deals where Elby didn't really jump, but Houston started so low with the shot in the spin that Elby was just able to get a hand on it as he went up.
Yeah, nice defensive play there by Elby. He's going to get the ball back here on the offensive end. Nice spin move on the inside. Just can't get that one to fall.
5:55 to go. Bergeron gives it to Russell. Now to Houston. Andrew Way with it now. Bergeron. 5:40. That was way too telegraphed. Line ball is going to go. Pump fake. Puts up the shot. I'm going to say a foul on the floor, I do believe. Foul's going to be on Andrew Way. On the pump fake, he kind of kicked him on the way by. Coming back in, going to be Clay Castile for the Titans. Taking the seat for the first time is Lars Bergeron. 5:36 remaining. Line ball to inbound for the Bombers. Foul's going to be on number 13, Nick Houston. That's his second. Second of the quarter for the Titans. Nick's like, you got to be kidding me right now. Elijah Knoll. Emmett Beck comes in for the Bombers. On the floor, no shots. Elby was sitting there, though. He wanted him, didn't he?
I think there's a little confusion there. Elby was standing at the line, and he was waiting for the free throws. Telegraph pass. Man, that one went right through the legs there.
And then a couple players from the same team fighting over it. There's some chatting going on over there.
There is a chatter in here. We got John saying, watching from the hangar, go Macomb and Coach Anderson. John, one of our concurrent viewers here at Macomb High, always makes sure to get into the live chat and lets us know that he's watching.
There's a three by Hogue off, no good. Rebound by Emmett Beck is put back up and in. Emmett Beck gets his first two. And Elby's going to pick up a quick one now as Elby had gotten the good end of the good end of the, what am I going to try to say here, John? The foul calls with Houston, and finally got one there that his Russell shots off, no good. Hogue had to rebound, and just like that, poor Elijah Knoll is going to get his third foul.
Titans number 33, Elijah Knoll. That's his team third.
Bergeron comes back in.
Bergeron, number 11.
And Knoll's defense, that's the first one that I could see that was actually obvious. The other two could have been on a couple players, but that one was all him. 4:50. Drake May, top of the key. Three, a Sports Corner three for Drake May. What happened?
The scoreboard froze up and it closed down, and now we got to redo it.
And a three-point play on the other end. Bergeron's going to get the three-point play. Hogue's going to pick up the foul, his first. Bergeron, the first non-three-pointer he's made. He's got 8 points. Reed Newberry coming in for the Titans. Bergeron to complete the old-fashioned three-point play here. And rolled in and out. And now a foul is going to be called maybe on Newberry. Nope, it's on Houston again. Houston's got his third. Well, they got him for 2. I got him for 3. No, it's 3 on the scoreboard too. Jake made a mistake for once. Can you believe that?
No, of course not. Never. All
Line
love,
ball.
Jake. All love.
Line ball with it. 4:20 to go. Elby with it down low, going to go for his 10th point. He'll get it. He's got 10 to lead all scorers. Way with it. Near side, it comes to Castile. He's still holding the ball there. That's unusual. They just proven my what I noticed earlier to be absolutely wrong. He held that ball for a good 5 or 6 seconds. Bombers with a 19-6 lead here. 16 lead, excuse me, 19-16. Down in the corner goes to Castile. Reed had it, now he goes back to Bergeron. They have had the ball a long time. 3 on the way by Andrew Way. Is hard off back iron. Oh, what a touch pass. Bergeron gets the bucket. He's got 10, but the best play of the night thus far was made by Clay Castile, who just did a rebound touch pass. And away from the play, a foul is going to be called. Bergeron's going to be called for a foul, his first.
That's going to put Hogue to the line now. Bombers into the bonus.
At line to shoot the bonus, number 20, Golden Hogue.
Nolan Hogue has 2 points on the night. 3:02 to go, first half. First one's good.
You see there at the bottom of your screen, Coach Ian Sikorsky having a nice conversation with the ref about that last call.
And it was a bit of a one-sided conversation, too, I might add. Made them both, did Hogue. Bombers back to a 3-point lead, 21-18. It's the largest lead they've had. Titans led by 5 at 7-2. Other than that, it's been pretty close.
Yeah, it has. It's been a really pretty good JV game so far. We're going to see a steal there by Hogue, see if we can get it picked up. A little trouble with it there. He's able to dump it off now. But, yeah, these teams pretty locked in. We're locked into a dogfight right now.
Linebaugh tracks it down. Hogue for 3. No good. That's going to be Drake May's foul, his first.
Personal foul, 34, Drake May is first. Team third.
Team's third of the quarter. 2:36 remaining in the first half. Cooper Hobson back in. Drake May takes a seat. 21-18. Both teams have a full regiment of timeouts remaining. Bombers are in the bonus the rest of the way. They still have 1 foul to give before the Titans get in the bonus. Castile down in the corner. It goes to Reed, I believe that was. No, Rogers, excuse me. Now it goes over to Reed. No, Newberry. I got him wrong. Got them all backwards. Guess I ought to look at my list. There's Castile. I know that one. Now to Berggren, and he's going to get called for a travel. 2:01 remaining. Line ball. Hogue, 150 remaining. Throws it right at the feet of Elby. And a timeout's going to be called. It's like I jinxed us on the timeouts. You got the live reads up by chance?
I sure do. Do you want to read them or you want me to read them?
I can, it's fine.
There you go.
Game tonight being brought to you by Ron Elby Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta. With 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Jared, Justin, or Chris. Oh, I didn't plug the computer in. You don't get that?
I'll go grab the cord. You keep reading.
Sorry about that. I knew I forgot something. Oh, the cord's right here. I just didn't plug it in. Computer's dangerously low. There we go. We're good now. Sorry about that, folks. I'm new to this thing.
Hey, at least the cord was on the table, I guess. I mean, it got halfway there.
Yeah. Bomber basketball after the timeout. Elby left it short. And then gets the line ball, gets the steal, and he rifled it at Beck. And good thing it was above Beck's head because I don't think Beck could have stopped it with anything but his face if it had been at his face. That was a rocket from about 4 feet away. 1:35 remaining in the first half. Bombers still lead by 3, 21-18. Berggren. Way. Has it swiped away. Elby comes up with it. Gets it out to Hogue. Hogue's going to go in, layup off, no good. Castile with it. Now they're going to call number 12, Reed Newberry. It's his second. Actually, I think that's his first. I think Jake gave one of Houston's to Newberry. Somebody just say they can leave right now. Did I hear that?
I didn't hear that, but possibly. I don't know.
Elby with the top of the key, 40 seconds.
I'm not sure what we're leading. I guess the gym? I don't know.
To Elby it goes again. Layup up and in. He's got 12.
Elby just does such a nice job on those post moves, just shielding off his defender. Man, he's got great footwork down there. Will and I were talking about that the other night. Again, just a freshman on this Bomber squad, but he's going to be one heck of a post player as he moves forward.
3 on the way off, no good. Hobson with the rebound. 13, 12, 11. Down to 10. Hobson again. Well, there's a handful of jersey right there, wasn't it? Beck gets the rebound, puts it back up and in. He gets his second bucket of the game. He's got 4 points. Heads up, far side.
The fire extinguishers over there. That's some tough glass.
I was going to say, that's some pretty good glass down there because that guy hit dead center and it just wiggled it a little and that was it. So we've reached the halfway point. The Bombers have the largest lead of the game for either team at 7, 25-18. The offense for the Titans went stale in quarter number 2. We'll take a break here and hear a word from our title sponsor, McDonough District Hospital. We'll come back with some stats after that.
As you know, MDH is our title sponsor here on TSSR Game Time Live, and we're here with Lindsay Douglas, the Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment. I about left out provider out of that. So physician and provider recruitment here at MDH. It's a huge mouthful for me, so explain to us what that is.
Sure. So I am in charge of bringing in candidates for both physician and provider positions here at MDH. So provider meaning anything like nurse practitioner, advanced practice nurse practitioner, physician assistant, things like that. So I source those candidates, bring them in, and try to find the best providers and physicians to provide care at our facility.
So you found a home at MDH. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How long have you been here? Stuff
Sure.
like that.
So I am from Macomb originally. I graduated from Macomb High in 2009, graduated from WIU in 2014, studied communication there, and started my career in politics and worked for a couple different state representatives and state senators. Then found myself in the educational realm for a little while at the Regional Office of Education, and eventually found myself here at MDH. I started here in February of this past year. I started out as patient advocate, and this role opened up, and I'm now in the role of Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment.
Obviously, McDonough District Hospital, very important to Macomb.
Sure.
And it's the communities not only of Macomb, but Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, Industry. You're from here. So what was it that drew you back here and got you to stay here at MDH?
So MDH is like home to me. I am a fourth generation MDH employee. So my great grandma Nancy Weaver was one of the first nurses that they hired when the hospital opened in 1958. My grandma started working here maybe 10 to 15 years after that. She started as a CNA on acute care, and then she worked in peds, and eventually she worked as the unit secretary for home health and hospice, and she retired from that position after being at MDH for a total of 50 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah. My mom is here as an administrative secretary. She's Brian's administrative assistant. And so I'm now here as a fourth generation employee of the hospital. So it was kind of a thing where I always thought I might end up at MDH just because of that family legacy of working in healthcare.
So before we came on camera, I heard a story. You guys were at a speaker recently, and you got to be there with your mom.
Yeah.
Does that make it really special to be a part of MDH, to still have your mom working here?
It's so cool. My mom is down the hall from me. So if I need something in the middle of the day, I can run down the hall and grab her. But it's also just cool to think about like the legacy that leaves in the community, especially being fourth generation and female. I think that's just a really special thing for my family and for this community here.
So as we look at those kind of, you have a personal connection here. How do you use those personal connections when you're out trying to recruit a physician or a provider?
Sure. So I use the story a lot of my office, actually. So I'm in room 318, which was a room for patients at one time, and now they've converted it into an office space. And one of my favorite stories to tell physicians is that my great grandma was sick in the hospital and was in that room, and that's where my grandma was recruited to join MDH. So my grandma had no plans of working in healthcare, but she was taking care of her mom as a sick patient, and the nurse at the time came to her and was like, "You are such a great caretaker. Why are you not a nurse? Why are you not doing this as your full-time occupation?" And so my grandma decided that healthcare would be her lifetime and like 50 years. And so she started working for MDH and was recruited right out of my office. So I just find that to be a really special connection when I'm looking to bring people to this community. Like the recruitment started in this office 50 years ago. And here I am starting a whole new legacy of recruiting people. And I just am so passionate about this community. And I just love living here. I moved back here from Quincy, chose to raise our family here just because we really love Macomb and we really love being in McDonough County.
So obviously the personal touch, you got the great personal story. You love Macomb. What does MDH offer to the providers and the physicians? What's the sales point for you on the professional level?
So because we're a small rural healthcare organization, your voice is heard here much louder than when you're in a large organization. So when you're in one of those larger hospital systems, you might be one of 15 to 20 providers in a specialty. At MDH, you might be one of two, you might be one of one. And so your voice in that medical staff office is going to be the loudest one in the room about your specialty. And that's a really unique situation for a physician to be, the main voice for speaking for pediatrics or for speaking for orthopedics or whatever that specialty is. You're it. You're the guy. You're the one providing the care for the whole community. And you don't get that if you go to a large healthcare organization.
So those bonuses are probably obstacles in some cases as well.
Sure.
So how do you overcome those obstacles?
It really depends on the provider. If someone is really wanting to be in a place where they're just want to in the background, they don't want to be that main voice, I kind of have to tell them, this is unique. It's a unique community where you're going to go out into Walmart to get your groceries and run into one of your patients, and you're not going to find that everywhere. And that might be scary for you, thinking about, well, I don't want to mess somebody's care up and then run into them and have to explain it to all of Walmart. But it's just, you can also sell that as you're not going to go to Chicago and work somewhere where you're going to run into your patients every day.
Well, Lindsay, I appreciate you coming and talking to us today. Hopefully some people can understand more about MDH and how it's such a family-oriented business and so important to McDonough County and the surrounding area. Keep doing a good job, and maybe your little girl that wanted that 100 chicken nuggets can be the next generation to join MDH.
Exactly.
Well, we'll be back after halftime here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
Well, welcome back to Macomb High School. The Hangar, as Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling brings Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Leading scorers at the half for the Monmouth-Roseville Titans, 10 points for Lars Berggren. He's 0 for 1 from the free throw line. 2 points for Elliott Rogers, 2 points for Nick Houston, 2 points for Caden Russell, and 2 points for Elijah Knoll. And that is all the scoring for the Titans. For the Bombers, 12 points off the bench for Nick Elby. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Macon Allison has 2 points. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Emmett Beck has 4 points. Nolan Hogue has 4 points. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And Drake May has a single Sports Corner 3. Bombers 6 for 6 from the charity stripe in the first half. And the Titans 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Get those live reads up. I'll do a live read real quick if you don't mind. Game being brought to you by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. Since 1960, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. And the Old Dairy, located at 210 South Lafayette Street in Macomb, serving soup, salads, sandwiches, homemade desserts, Blue Bunny ice cream, and they have a full-service coffee bar. Breakfast is served all day, and they have free Wi-Fi. Visit them online at www.olddairymacomb.com or call 309-837-6700 for your takeout. Sounds like the starters will be on the floor for both teams. Be interesting to see what Elijah Knoll can do. He didn't get to play much in the first half for the Titans. He got 2 quick fouls in the first quarter and then came back in the second quarter and got one just even quicker than he got the first 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, you mentioned that. Knoll playing through a little bit of foul trouble here. He'll get to start half number 2. Definitely have to play a little bit careful, but could make all the difference for this Monroe squad that finds themselves in a hole here coming out of halftime.
It'll be Monroe's basketball to open the second half of play. Third quarter underway. Bombers lead by 7, 25-18. Nick Houston tries to go down to Knoll, back to Houston. We'll see how Knoll gets incorporated into the offense here as he's getting it down low on the post, turns around, shot up, off, no good, but the foul's called. Emmett Beck is going to pick up his second foul. First foul of the game, or of the quarter for the Bombers, and Elijah Knoll is going to be shooting the first 2 free throws that are in a single trip here for the Titans, as they only shot an old-fashioned three-point play, single free throw in the first half.
Yeah, that's something that this Titans squad is going to have to be better at here in the second half, just getting to the free throw line. You mentioned the Bombers. They made all 6 of their free throw attempts, and 1 free throw and a half is just not what you want to see out of a basketball team. Got to make more trips to the line.
Elijah Knoll makes the first. He's got 3 points now. And rattled the second one out. Emmett Beck with the rebound, but Bergeron steals it away. So the Titans are 1 for 3 from the free throw line, and Houston had an idea, and it wasn't the same one that Knoll had, it looked like.
No, not at all.
7:33 remaining. Been a lot happened in 27 seconds.
Sure has. And you see now that the Stars are back into the game, up in that pressure. We saw there in the second quarter, the Titans really pulled back a lot of this full court defense, but now they are right back into it here to start quarter number 3.
Yeah, Bombers did break it, but they were getting close to the 10-second mark. Nolan Hogue with it, left side. Macon Allison, who's back in the game, has it kicked by Knoll. It'll be Bomber basketball with 7:01 remaining. Inbound to Beck. Linebaugh is a kid who, then Beck spun away. That's the problem with those plays like that where you post and then you go set a pick, because you have to really be almost psychically connected with the wing player to not let that happen somewhat regularly. Bergeron with it down low. And he's going to be fouled by Hogue. He'll get 2 free throws. Hogue's going to pick up his second foul, second of the quarter for the Bombers. 6:33 to go, and Lars Bergeron is going to be at the free throw line. He's 0 for 1 from the charity stripe. He's got 10 points, though. All those came in the first half. He's 0 for 2. Nick Elby back in. Emmett Beck takes a seat. 6:33 to go. Elby, game high 12 points currently off the bench for the Bombers. He came in about this same point. Second one is good. 11 points for Bergeron. He came in, John, about this same point, and I don't think he ever left the game in the first half.
No, he didn't. You know, Elby, he just comes in off the bench. He put a lot of minutes there in the first half, but he was sure effective. We'll see if he can do the same here. That's going to be a turnover. Good defense there by Monmouth-Roseville. Linebaugh just threw it away.
Yeah, little too telegraphed with that pass, and Way is going to go in and see if they're going to call it on Elby or Allison. It's going to be on Macon Allison. It'll be his first, team's third, and 2 more free throws. So they've shot 6. They will have shot 6 times more free throws in this quarter than they did the whole first half. And we're only 1:45 in, and the first one's off no good for Andrew Way.
Yeah, definitely maybe a little bit of change in strategy coming out of the locker room after halftime. They said just 1 free throw there in the first half, but this team, they've really been looking to drive towards the rim more and go 0 for 2 there, but it's nice to see that Monmouth-Roseville is getting to the line a little more frequently.
There's a 3 by Nick Houston. And he just shot an arrow at the Bombers student section. Did you see that?
Gotta love the energy.
5 points for Houston. Timeout, Bombers. A 2-point game, 25-23. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll do a live read here real quick. Tell you this game being brought to you by Sports Corner at 124, Macomb's original local sports bar. The Sports Corner at 124. With a focus on local sports, catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcast at Sports Corner at 124. All while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. It is Wednesday, right? That means it's $1 wing night at Sports Corner tonight. So if you're in town watching from Monmouth, if you want somewhere to get the best wings in Macomb, it's $1 night. at Sports Corner at 124. You can pick up a steak tomorrow night. Monrose folks, you're going to be back tomorrow night. Monrose playing Canton in a regional final. Come early and get you a steak at the Sports Corner at 124. It's 123 North Randolph Street in Macomb. Monmouth-Roseville Titan girls playing the Canton Little Giants tomorrow night for a Class 2A regional championship here at Macomb. And Bombers with another turnover. Houston again pushing it down. He leans in, draws contact, and Elby is not letting Andrew Way have the basketball, and that was a takedown move right there.
Yeah, definitely getting physical there under the basket. That's the second time we've seen here tonight. Elby getting a little physical down there with Houston.
Jump ball, Macomb basketball. No foul call. Sub coming in. Russell coming in. Knoll going out. 5:33 to go, and this has got the feel of a varsity matchup instead of a JV matchup, the way these two are going at it.
Yeah, the energy definitely starting to pick up here. Things are heating up, and Macomb, they need to get the lid off the basket here in the second half. Just really haven't been able to get much going on the offensive end. It's been all Monmouth-Roseville.
Macon Allison's going to try to do it. He can't. Shots off, no good. Houston with the rebound. A steal by Hogue. He pushes it back the other way. And a foul is going to be called on Andrew Way. 5:06 to go. The Bombers are going to try to break the ice at the free throw line. If you remember, though, John, from the first half, the Bombers didn't score till about 4 minutes ago in the first quarter of that either, as they shot. Macon Allison hit a couple free throws to get the scoring started, but it was quite a while before they were able to get anything going offensively. That was a missed free throw, the first one of the game. Emmett Beck checks in. Nolan Hogue still out there. Who went out?
Allison.
Macon did, didn't he? Yep.
Bombers opted for a little more size.
Second one off, no good as well.
To combat the Titans here with Elby, Hogue, Hobson, and Beck out there. Line ball, the lone really ball handler out there for the Bomber squad.
Berggren. Shot off, no good. That was an attempt at a three. Hobson brings it up for the Bombers. Oh, the line ball. Nice cut without the basketball miss. Got the rebound, gives it to Beck, who has it blocked from behind by Berggren. Houston gets it off to Castile, back up to Russell. 4:25 to go. A chance to tie or take a lead here again for the Titans. You know, we talked about the Bombers' offense not going real good, but in all honesty, the Titans haven't been shooting the lights out either. Nick Elby picks up the foul, his second, team's fourth. Inbound to Andrew Way. Now to Castile. His little floater's up off, no good. Elby, nope, that's Hobson with the rebound.
You have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're still field goalless here. I think all Monmouth-Roseville opponents have been at the line so far. If I'm not wrong, they had 19 at half. They knocked down 4 free throws, right?
No, they had a three. Nick Houston hit a three.
Oh, that's right, in the corner.
But that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Just the lone field goal. Yeah. For either squad. We're halfway through the quarter number 3.
They got one here, though. Oh, no, they don't. I jinxed them. Beck has the rebound. Berggren's going to lose it out of bounds. It'll go to the Bombers. 3:44 remaining.
Can't buy a bucket right now for these squads.
It's getting a little testy, and I don't know if that might be having something to do with it. Oh, Hogue might have got away with the travel right there. Now he picks it up, gives it to Elby. Elby puts the shot up and in. He's got 14 now.
And just such a nice job there with the head fake in the paint, able to get the defender, just up in the air a little bit, and then just as soon as the defender lands, he goes right back up with it and is able to flip it up over the top of him.
Way's going to drive and get tripped. How is that not a foul? I mean, it was incidental, and he didn't mean to do it, but somebody tripped him, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely took a shot going to the rim there, it looked like. And there's going to be a foul there. Not a whole lot of contact. I think we saw a lot more contact on that last drive, but each their own. Fouls called. It'll be the second of on the Bombers here in the third.
Line ball with it to walk it up the floor. 3:10 remaining in the third quarter. Hobson. Hoag's going to try a sports corner three. He's going to miss it. Tipped around. Beck and Russell tie it up, and it'll be Monroe's basketball. Elby walked down the floor with a little grin as he was talking to Beck, and it makes it, hey, I'll show you how to do that next time so you're not the one getting thrown around. 2:50 to go. Three on the way from the corner, off no good. It's going to be out off of line ball. It'll stay with Monmouth-Roseville. 2:43 to go. Houston on the inbounds. He's got both of the buckets thus far in the half for the Titans. Oh, nice little crossover. Hoag gets the bucket.
Nice move there by Nolan Hoag, able to get to the rack. Like you said, just nice crossover, split the defenders, and just threw the floater up and in. Pretty looking shot there for Hoag.
Russell tries to drive on Hobson, dumps it off to Rogers, who puts the shot up. Off, no good. Weinbach comes up with it. Corner to Elby. Weinbach comes to get it. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Hobson now. This poor official up here. Just one arm count, one arm count. Did you see that? It's back and forth, back and forth. Hoag down to Elby. Good defense there. And then Elby is going to get called for the foul, I would imagine. And then Rogers had something to say, and the official had something to say too.
Yeah, things definitely getting a little chippy here in the third quarter. That's
5 fouls, so free throws coming for number 5, Elliot Rogers.
At the line to shoot the bonus, Elliot Rogers.
2 free throws here with 1:33 to go. This will be the 7th and 8th free throw of the quarter for the Titans. They shot just one the whole first half, and Rogers makes the first. The Bombers shot just 6 the first half. They've shot 2 here in this quarter. Drake May in for Macomb as Nick Elby takes a seat with 3 fouls. Game high 14 points. Rogers hits them both. And we're tied at 29. I forgot that Hoag scored. 29-27. 1:28 to go. Now the Titans into a zone. Into Hobson to line ball on the tip. Traveling called with 1:07 to go. Russell skips it across to Rogers. Castile, 52 seconds. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, never mind. Russell down low, and we are tied now as Caden Russell gets his 4th point.
That was a great pass down low from Nick Houston. Just put it in a spot where no one else could get it from Russell. And Russell, he missed a point-blank layup earlier. Made sure to make good on that one.
Hoag with it. 31 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, and we're tied at 29. This has been pretty close throughout. It was 25-18 at the half, the Bombers have just not been able to get anything going offensively. They've missed some free throws. They haven't been able to get the ball to go through the bucket from the field, other than Elby and a Hogue basket. Man, that was a rocket pass too. Hogue turnaround from the right elbow is good, and down the floor in a hurry. 3 on the way, good! Rogers got the 3, and he gives his team a 32-31 lead at the end of the third quarter. And the Monmouth-Roseville fan contingent is pretty large and pretty loud. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Welcome back to Macomb High School's Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling, bringing Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett, John Burton alongside, and this is just JV. It is getting hot and heavily contested here in this JV contest. It's going to be Bomber basketball to start the second half of the second half. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Fourth quarter. I forgot about the whole third quarter.
Yeah, there you go. That's a lot easier.
Fourth quarter is easier, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean, not what I say.
Yeah, and you mentioned it there in the second half, I believe. This thing is really starting to feel like a varsity contest. Both these sides, both the fan section is starting to heat up a little bit. And then that shot at the buzzer by Rogers really got this Monmouth-Roseville crowd ignited. We'll see if the Bombers have one last push left in them. And Rogers and Houston especially playing with a whole lot of fire. It seems like they're animated on the court and pushing the envelope a little bit. Fourth quarter underway. 3 on the way, an air ball. Line ball was there. Outlets it to Drake May. Houston dang near beat him down the court but couldn't quite get there. Drake May gets his 5th point. And the Bombers retake the lead by 1, 33-32, as the pep band files in behind. This is the first time I've been here this year when the pep band's been here. Yeah. Like I said, the past couple games that I've called here, they've been here. Like I said, I think it's just a you thing, but I guess for the final home game of the season, they figured they'd bring them out for you. That's nice of them. Ball tipped on the inlet pass, and that was just forced in way too much from Russell to Houston. He was double-teamed. We've seen some good inlet passes like that, but that was not a good choice. No, it just tipped away. Great defense there by the Bombers. We'll see if they can work it in on the other end. Emmett Beck was wide open underneath, and now a bad pass by Hogue, stolen away. Russell's going to go the other way, and he leaves the layup long. 6:25 to go. Hobson coast to coast, catches the body on his way to the rim. That's going to be a charge. So Hobson's going to get called for the charge there. Hobson's first, team's first of the quarter. Castile with it. Over to Russell, 6:10 remaining. Castile with a pick and roll from Knoll, couldn't get it there. Elby's back in the game for the Bombers. Shot up off, no good. Andrew Way with the rebound, it's no good. And that's going to go off of Way, out of bounds. Possession to the Bombers. 5:55 to go, Bombers with a 1-point lead. Line ball will work it up the court for the Bombers. Just mentioned 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go here. Looks like Monmouth-Roseville still in a bit of that 2-3 zone. You can really see the offensive changes that the Bombers made as soon as Monmouth-Roseville switched to that zone. A lot more ball movement, a lot quicker ball movement out of the Bombers squad. You see they're really working that thing around right now, trying to get that zone in motion.
Oh, nice pass, Hogue. Emmett Beck gets his 6th point.
Yeah, just a nice shovel pass there. Hogue was able to just kind of step through and left it on a platter there for Beck.
Kind of wonder why the Titans have ever left the full court press, because that's when they've had the most success, isn't it?
Yeah, it absolutely is. They've really been able to speed the Bombers' squad up well. They broke the press pretty good there in the first half, but really here in the second half, that press did a lot of good for them in the third quarter.
4:55 remaining in the basketball game. Down low, Russell might have had a chance if he could have caught it cleanly, but he had too many hands for it to go through. Castile for 3. It's off. No good. Long rebound. Tracked down by Russell. Russell's going to try to wrap it around. It's picked by Hogue. It'll stay with the Titans underneath their own basket. 4:41 remaining in the basketball game. 35-32. Bombers have 3 timeouts remaining. Titans still have all 5. Not many fouls called to this point. Only 1 on the Bombers, none on the Titans. So that's, as we've seen so many times this year, John, that's probably going to play some sort of a factor as we get down towards the end of this game.
Yeah, you have to imagine so if things stay close like they are. Nice job by Way there, able to battle inside.
I think they're going to call Linebaugh for a hold, and in actuality, I think Way had his hand on the back of Linebaugh holding him down. I think they saw that backwards, his first, team second. Monmouth-Roseville takes their first timeout. It's a full timeout. They'll have 4 remaining with 4:19 to go in the basketball game. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
Welcome back to Macomb High School as the Titans take the full timeout and use about 40 seconds of it. As Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling is bringing Bombers Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And the Bombers lead by 3. They led 25-18 at the half. They trailed 32-31 at the third quarter break. And now they lead by 3. That's where we're at.
Here's Russell on a drive. Nice hands by Elby, able to take it right away.
I'd like to see Elby push that down the floor, at least get it across half court before he held up. Line ball, 3:55 to go. And Elby from the free throw line jumper off left, no good. 3:47 to go. Still a 3-point game. Skipped it across Houston. Pushed out of bounds nearly by Hobson. That's one of those deals there. There was some contact there, but Houston was going to that spot anyway. Way is going to put up the shot. No shot, foul on the floor. Charge to Nick Elby. That'll be his 4th.
Nick Elby, number 40, picks up the Bombers foul and it's scored, team 3rd.
3:31 to go. Elby with 4 fouls. First player with 4 fouls for either team. Elijah Knoll had 3 in the first, well, in about 3 minutes of basketball altogether. And he hasn't played much here in the second half, but he also hasn't got his 4th foul. Houston, off no good. Beck with the rebound. Line ball looks for direction from the sideline. Line ball. Now with it right wing. Hobson. Well, that was. How did that happen?
You know, I'm not sure. I think Hobson just maybe got going a little quick there.
Ball bounced so high, though.
Yeah, he was trying to bounce up. I think he kind of helped it get up that high. Kind of brought his hand up with the ball. I think he was trying to, you know, just jump stop, put two hands on it, and just lost it. Maybe one hand got on, the other didn't. I don't know how to describe it. That was really interesting play.
I think you're exactly. They're going to call a charge on Bergeron. I think you're right, though. He was jump stopping, so I bet you're right. One hand got there and one hand didn't. The bottom hand was on it. The top hand wasn't.
Yeah.
You'll have that occasionally.
I'm not a physics major. That's the best way I could describe what just happened.
Supply chain management and a steal by Castile. Way's going to go up. He can't get to finish. Hogue with the rebound is swiped away. Beck.
Man, bodies flying all over the place here. A lot of contact on both sides.
They're going to call that on Elby. Nope. Russell.
Yeah, they're going to attack Russell with that one. Really could have been about 3 or 4 players on either side that could have got called for fouls
before the whistle was blown.
Yeah, exactly.
That was people flying, like you said, everywhere. Now, it is a two-man crew, which does make things a little more difficult for them.
Again, we'll see this Titans squad up in a little bit of pressure. Hogue is able to break it solo there. Hobson drive, nice pass over to Elby. Hop step, wide open.
Elby's got 16 to lead all scorers. Timeout charged to Monmouth-Roseville. It'll be a full timeout. They'll have 3. That means both teams will have 3 timeouts. 2:04 to go here in the fourth quarter. 3 fouls for the Bombers. They still have 1 to give. Titans still have 2 fouls to give. They only have 2 fouls before anybody shoots free throws except on shooting fouls. This game being brought to you by Western Illinois University. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there's limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. And Pawn Plus is proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding area for over 20 years, providing cash for most items of value. Pawn Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms. They also provide on-site jewelry repair and are open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. They have a great selection of jewelry, electronics, tools, and video games located at 324 West Jackson Street in Macomb between Erico and Taco Bell. And a community news brief. For all your local news, subscribe to the 2-time weekly community news brief, mailed directly to your home each week. Also, you can check out their free midweek news brief that's free at the same locations. You can buy single copies of the community news brief at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, and of course right here in Macomb. So after the timeout, still Monroe's basketball. 2:04 remaining. 37-32, Bombers with a 5-point lead. Bergeron's going to try to take a chunk out of that with a 3, and he does. 14 points for Lars Bergeron.
Knocked down 2 threes in the first quarter. Kind of went a little quiet there, but he's able to knock one down there. Not much better time, and we'll see Bergeron again.
And he got fouled, but no foul called. He's got 16 now.
And Bergeron single-handedly tying us up here at 37.
Andrew Way is going to pick up his 4th foul, I believe.
Hobson did a nice job there. You know, he started dribbling the ball up the court. He heard Way coming in from behind him, just planted both his feet, let Way run right into him, was able to draw the foul.
Yeah, that's the way to get an insurance fraud claim in a car, by the way, for anybody keeping score at home. 1:27 to go. We're tied at 37.
Not that we're suggesting you should do that.
No, definitely not. We would not condone that in any way, shape, or form. Line ball with it, 1:10 remaining, and back to the man-to-man for the Titans. Elby has it swiped away on a not such a good pass, and now the Titans with 1 minute remaining have the basketball, and we're tied at 37. Bombers took over 30 seconds off the clock there. Both teams have a foul to give here. And that's going to be a turnover.
That's tough. Just an unforced turnover there. And really, if you're Monmouth-Roseville, you could have held that ball and really ran a lot of clock off before you got a shot up here. And now Macomb will take over with just 40 seconds to go.
Bombers have to get it up the court, though. That's been a struggle here in the second half as Elby gets it across half court. He's going to drive the length of the floor. Jump stop, puts it up and in. Counted, and a foul for Nick Elby. He's got 18 and a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play. Andrew Waite fouls out of the ball game, number 10. That's the fourth foul for the Titans. Titans are going to take a 30-second timeout. So they'll be down to 2. Not sure why you take a timeout there. You get 30 seconds to make that substitution.
Yeah, you do. I thought I saw Coach Sikorsky. He was kind of motioning for a timeout before. I think he maybe realized that Way had his 5th foul. You know, really right after Elby got fouled, he was looking towards the ref trying to call that timeout. So maybe it's just one of those things, no takesies-backsies, right? Once it's called, you got to take it.
No takesies-backsies.
Takesies-backsies.
Well, we'll go with that. Bombers lead by 2, 39-37, 31.2 seconds remain, and Nick Elby going to have a chance at the free throw line. Hey, Zoe and Emma Hitz. Good to see you guys, and Liz, of course, in the live chat. Elby misses the free throw and then commits a foul and is going to give up free throws at the other end. Nope, they have one to give, don't they? That's his 5th foul, though. Elby fouls out. So both teams now are in the bonus the rest of the way. Bombers lead by 2, 39-37, 30.6 seconds left. Drake May checks in, so the Bombers go smaller here, John, with Drake May coming in the lineup.
Yeah, you know they have to. Elby just picked up his 5th foul, so he's got to come out of the game. They put May in. Pretty hard-nosed defender, good shooter as well, so we'll see if May can do something here on the defensive end. Bombers need to stop.
16 seconds, and a timeout's going to be called by the Titans. 15.2 seconds remain, and now the question is, John, do you come out and shoot quick with 15.2 so you can get a rebound or commit a foul if you don't make it? Or do you wait till the last second and go for the tie or the win and say it's JV and we're on the road, we're going to go for it now?
Yeah, and you know, really the way that both these teams have shot the ball here tonight, I would rather have 2 chances at a basket other than 1. I mean, this Monmouth-Roseville squad hasn't really shot the ball all that well, so instead of limiting yourself to just 1 shot, I would try to go for a quick one here. And then, you know, of course, after a miss, get the foul, pick it up right away, and then have another chance if the Bombers at the free throw line.
Both teams are in the bonus now, 4 fouls apiece. So whoever fouls the other team will be at the free throw line. Bombers lead by 2. Titans do have 1 timeout remaining. So even if they score with if the Bombers were happen to get up by 3, let's say, and they're able to close it down, and they do have a timeout to stop the clock to at least make the Bombers inbound. Bombers still have 3 timeouts, so there's plenty of timeouts for the Bombers to protect the basketball there. 15.2 seconds. Wasn't it 15.6 when it went off?
Yeah, I think they might have changed the clock there. Wide open under the basket.
Houston can't finish, and it's stolen away on the floor. Knoll comes up with it, and a foul's going to be called with 3.3 seconds left. It's on Beck.
That's going to be 1-1.
His 3rd, team's 5th. That means 2 free throws coming for whoever is the shooter.
Who's shooting here?
Knoll should have been the shooter. He was the one that got fouled last. It should be Knoll. 33 was the shooter. Ooh. I don't know if that's good or bad for the Titans, but Knoll was the one that got fouled.
Yeah, a lot of discussion there trying to figure out who's going to take these free throws. It's going to end up being Houston.
Houston does have 7 points, needs them both. 3.3 seconds remaining. Hits the first. We're going to overtime. Timeout, Bombers trying to ice the kicker.
You better have some wood knock on, Dwayne. I don't know about that one. You put a lot of pressure on that young man right there.
3.3 seconds. Timeout on the floor. Charge to the Bombers. It's a full timeout. We'll take it now. You want to stay here or take a break? What do you think?
That's up to you, boss man.
Let's take a break. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the final 3.3 after this on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to the hangar as Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling presents Bomber Sports on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. And the Bombers clinging to a 1-point lead, and Nick Houston at the free throw line. He hit the first one. He's got 8 points. He needs 9 to tie it. Of course, the Bombers got to get the rebound if he misses. There's still time to get a rebound and put a shot back up, so missed it. Beck up high for the rebound, and Elijah Knoll gets called for the foul, which coach is a little upset about, but in all honesty,
You like that there.
I mean, it was so quick that I can't believe 1.1 seconds. Elijah Knoll just got a technical.
He did, and that's going to be his 5th foul too. So he's gonna have to come out of the game.
Technical foul turns to Monmouth-Roseville, 33, Elijah Knoll.
That's going to count as his personal. That's going to be his 5th, and Knoll's going to have to sit here.
Well, that'll pretty much ice the game. If Bombers only need 2 of the 4 free throws to fall.
Wonder what he said. He wasn't really all that animated.
No, he wasn't animated at all.
So we'll have technical free throws and then 2 free throws courtesy of the bonus of the foul that Knoll just committed.
No, Beck needs to shoot the bonus. Hobson should shoot the technical fouls. We had this problem in a game the other day where they let the wrong person shoot first, but the foul that was first is supposed to get the free throws first, so Emmett Beck's shooting 2 free throws here. First one's off, no good.
You know, still 2.2 here, a couple misses by the Bombers squad. You time out, you still have a chance to tie or win it, depending on how these free throws go. Beck's going to go 0 for 2, leaving the door open.
Okay, so maybe we're not going to go to overtime.
Trying a little reverse psychology there, something or other.
I thought sure as Isaac Linebaugh is going to shoot the other 2. High arch is good for the first one. (40-38). Second one is good as well. But the Bombers get the basketball. That's the thing, because of the technical. So.
Yeah, that's right. That's a huge technical foul. I forgot about that.
And a timeout on the floor charged to the Bombers. It's a full timeout. Both teams will have 1 timeout remaining. This one is getting strung out a little bit here down the stretch. It has been close and good when they've been playing, but here down the stretch there's been a lot of timeouts called. The Titans have called 4 timeouts here in the 4th quarter, if I remember correctly, and the Bombers have called 2. So it's extending this 4th quarter quite a bit. 2.2 seconds should be on the clock when we come back. It's 41-38 Bombers, but the Bombers have the basketball. So things are going to be difficult for the Titans here, John.
Yeah, you got to get a quick foul here on the inbounds and then pray for 2 misses at the line. The Bombers have been kind of on and off from the free throw line throughout the season. They've shot it pretty well here tonight. And again, you just need really 1 to push it out to a 4-point lead. You know, if BJ was here, he would tell you that's still a 1-possession game, but traditionally that would be 2 possessions with a 4-point lead. So
they were 6 of 6 in the first half. They're 2 of 6 in the second half.
And I'm surprised that they're having Linebaugh inbound here. They elected him to shoot the technical free throws. I think you'd want him out there to, you know, get the ball into so he could shoot these free throws because you know they're coming.
1.1 second left. And a foul to Clay Castile, his first. And Nolan Hogue at the free throw line to shoot a couple. If he hits one, it's over. If he makes the first one, he'd almost be better off to miss the second. He makes the first. He's got 9. He's 3 for 5 from the free throw line. 42-38, and he missed the second. And that's how it's going to end. 42-38 the final. That's going to do it here from the JV contest. 42-38. The Bombers get a 4-point win down the stretch over the Monmouth-Roseville Titans. A game-high 18 points for Nick Elby. He fouled out late, however. 16 points to lead the Titans for Lars Berggren. Those were the only 2 players, John, that found their way to double figures. Nick Houston had 8, Elliot Rogers 7 for the Titans. 9 points for Nolan Hogue, 6 for Emmett Beck, 5 for Drake May, 2 for Macon Allison, and 2 of the biggest ones was Isaac Limebaugh's 2 technical foul free throws with about, 2.2 seconds remaining? Or 3.3, it was 3.3, wasn't it? And that's the scoring for the Bombers. The rest of the scoring for the Titans. 4 points for Caden Russell, 3 points for Elijah Knoll, and that's going to do it. So the Bombers get a 42-38 win. We'll be back on our next stream in just a little bit for the varsity contest. If it's as amped up as this one was, it can be a lot of fun down the stretch. You've been watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.